Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm here with something new. So as you can see, I don't know if you guys seen the video yet, but yeah, lessons in Magecraft, number 7, the Clocktower. So actually, I was gonna go from like 1 to, or I don't even know how much he has, like 1 till 10, or however much he had. But I just decided to do this, just because someone just recommended it to me, right? To look at this, and then something else that Daikun mentioned in the Lost Belt, like the second Lost Belt video. So actually, I think it's the lessons number 8 actually, right? So yeah, I'm gonna just look at this one real quick, just something new, right? It's still lore, right? But just different type, I guess you could say, right? Um, but yeah, other than that though, I think I'm gonna probably just do the third Lost Belt after this though, right? Yeah, I'm probably not even gonna do any polls for the next probably a couple of weeks actually. And just just look at some videos like these, and just look at personal requests of my own, right? But yeah, other than that though, yeah, that's pretty much about it. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be looking at today. So if you guys will enjoy this, make sure you like, subscribe, and yeah, let's just get this reaction started.
Took what they gave me, did all the favors, they never repay me. It worked in my favor, cause nobody.
Brand new whip, got no keys. Tell them my clothes, no starch, please. Soon as you can go, leave. Got M's in the bank like yes, indeed. Cartier glasses, I won't even peek at you. Yellow Ferrari like Pikachu. I got him waiting and watching what he gon' do. Tryna pee what I do, tryna steal my move. 2500 for a new pair of tennis shoes, the same price.
I presume you're here in order to learn of Magecraft.
Yeah, here we go,
Well,
Magecraft, right?
There's no room for the weak-willed in this course. And despite our best efforts, the sorcery of our time is but a fraction of what it once was in the Age of Gods. Much of the craft is established through pedigree, and the culture of mages is riddled with deception and moral depravity. That said, if you insist, I shall do my best to educate you in this miserable, yet fascinating world.
And actually, yeah, this will just help me out with Fate in general, actually, right? Because, yeah, I mean, I understand it, but,
some regional
yeah, still have to just learn more about the Magecraft,
I'd like to take a step back and once again look at the big picture. While Magecraft is certainly not exclusive to any one region, the most prevalent gathering of mages can be found within the Mages Association.
Yeah, oh yeah, the
Mage
Mages Association, yeah.
Notoriety or prestige will either be part of or in close contact with the association. Thus, for today's lesson, I will be providing an overview of this organization and its influence on the world. Magecraft as we know it today is secretive, spoken of and demonstrated only to those within the community. This wasn't always the case. Magecraft was openly used and practiced during the Age of Gods.
That's Caster right there, okay.
Time, certain mages began to feel that concealing their craft from the public eye would ensure longevity for the practice. These mages formed what is now known as the Mages Association, an organization dedicated to preserving Magecraft from the shadows of society. To that end, they create and enforce regulations to control and contain thaumaturgical research. Granted, this effort is a selfish one. The association cracks down on criminal activity involving Magecraft, but not out of goodwill or a desire to protect commoners. Rather, the association does so only to prevent revealing their craft. Thus, they care not for the nightmarish crimes mages commit, so long as they do not draw suspicion from authorities. While certainly the most active body of mages, the association does have a limited reach. The Middle East and Asian philosophies of Magecraft are not affiliated, and even conflict with the association at times, which is a shame given the various laboratories and research institutions the association makes use of that certain regions are denied access to. Perhaps this is for the best. While the association provides education to applicable candidates, the motive for doing so is again self-centered. It's a quid pro quo scenario, really. Mages will only reveal their own findings if they have something to gain in the process. One collective burden the association handles is the relationship between Magecraft and the Holy Church, which considers the practice taboo and blasphemous. Both combat and mediation are essential to ensure mages have a place free from the Church's restrictions. The Mages Association has 3 distinct branches, which have drifted apart with the passage of time. These are the Clocktower, the Atlas Academy, and the Wandering Sea.
Okay,
with
so
the former
yeah, actually, I
serving
gotta
as
look
the
at those. Yeah, all
association's
three of
official
those actually,
headquarters.
right? So
While the concealment
yeah,
of
those are
Magecraft
next two
became
I have to look
prevalent
at
in the
after
Middle
this,
Ages,
right?
the Clocktower's formation dates back to before the death of Christ. Today, it can be found in London's British Museum, looking innocuous with its brick and stone 12th century design. Beyond this, however, the Clocktower is anything but. As gods and phantasmal beasts fled the world to its reverse side with the dawn of the Age of Man, there was a dragon the size of a mountain known as Albion. Albion did not start his journey until after the other gods had already departed. In an attempt to dig his way to the reverse side of the world, Albion died, and the Clocktower was built atop his corpse. One of
Oh,
its deeper
okay. So yeah,
floors,
he's right
the
under
Spirit
there,
Tomb
right?
Albion is a perfect den for obtaining supplies and keeping magical beasts. Even deeper is the Callian Observatory, the tower's oldest classroom where ceiling designations are debated. It's not just the tower itself I'm referring to either. There are many affiliated buildings strewn throughout the city, such as the Norwich Student Dormitory and 40 other dorms, research buildings, and business districts that tend to the tower's mages. Despite this near-pristine image, the Clocktower is a place of conflict, with mages caught in political power struggles between factions and departments. At the top of this pecking order are three main factions, each consisting of one of the most esteemed mage families: the Bartholomew, Trambelio, and Meluastia. Below them are
Okay.
the Lords, mages who hold great
So, yeah,
influence
never
in
heard
the
of them before,
association
right?
by heading up the Clocktower's various departments. Between the Lords and their dominating factions is an elitist culture that discriminates based on political influence. An example of this would be Asian mages. Not only are Asian mage philosophies looked down upon by the elite, but mages from Asia also struggle to thrive in such a European-dominated institution. This is unfortunate, given that some of the tower's most skilled mages happen to be from Japan. The Tosaka family alone is able to thrive simply from royalties earned on patented magic inventions.
Okay, so yeah,
Thankfully,
learn more
while
about that,
reputable
right?
families can make it into the Clocktower on recommendation alone, new members can still be admitted after taking a series of exams. The more merit attributed to a given candidate, the more freedoms they benefit from, such as being able to bring along apprentices tuition-free. Even discrimination cannot eliminate sheer talent. Currently, the Clocktower has 12 lords, which divide the institution into 12 main departments
Oh,
of study.
of course, yeah,
What you are
12
learning in
lords,
this
because
course
12.
could be considered part
Yeah,
of general
okay.
fundamentals, the faculty of the Mistel family, which most mages first invest 5 years of study toward before moving on to a more specialized department. Those who continue their study of fundamentals move on to individual fundamentals, the faculty of Solinea. Spiritual evocation, the faculty of the Euliphus, studies the magecraft of summoning spiritual beings. Its head is the Nuada Re Sophia Re family, more specifically Solau's father. This department has had much success, affiliated with King Solomon's ability to summon
I think I
demons.
heard of them
Then
before,
there's
right?
mineralogy, the faculty of Kishir, which studies the properties of mineral substances. It is fittingly named after Kishir Zelret Schweinorg and his work with crystals and jewels. Separate from spiritual beings, there is a department for zoology, the faculty of Chimera, which studies the magecraft of organic life. The anthropology, or lore department, is designated as the faculty of
Yeah, this is
Brishism.
just a whole
They're quite
nother
specialized, studying
just
relics not
section,
from our
just
world.
area that I
While
just
this
have
is the
to,
smallest department, their
yeah,
findings can
really
affect our
look at
understanding of the
right and
universe
just
itself.
remember.
Botany, the faculty of Eumena, is a department dedicated exclusively to witchcraft. More recognizable is the Department of Celestial Bodies for being the faculty of Animisphere. As the name implies, this department studies the stars and planets, encompassing both astronomy and astrology. It is unsurprising that the Animisphere family are the ones to establish the Chaldea Security Organization, a facility that observes the Earth's future. The Creation Department, the faculty of Value, on the other hand, is more obscure. It uses magecraft to create items both sentient and inanimate. They pursue the creation of what they deem the most beautiful person with an artistic ambition. The Department of Curse, the Faculty of Jigmarie, obviously studies magical spells that enchant or otherwise ail their victims. Archaeology, the Faculty of Astaire, is a department dedicated to universal research, broadly looking into history. Also called Rock's Road, these mages keep themselves outside of Clocktower drama, focusing solely on academia. The youngest department in the Clocktower is modern Magecraft.
Oh wait,
theories, the Faculty of
Solo.
Heroic.
Okay, I think I
This
know who that
department
is.
looks into
Yeah,
compiling Magecraft of past
because I can see
centuries
Archibald.
into a more
Yeah,
general
standing right
practice
next to
that
her.
is more
Yeah.
accessible and efficient for new generations of mages. It was headed by the Elmaloy family, but their successor Rhinus is too young to take over after the death
Yeah,
of
can
Kenneth
definitely tell.
Elmaloy
Yeah,
Archibald.
definitely too young, right?
Thus, the lordship is occupied by Waver Velvet, who serves as a temporary stand-in as
Oh,
Elmaloy II.
So Waver is
These
a
are the 12
temporary
departments.
stand-in.
There is actually a 13th that
Oh, and
isn't
you can
formally
see the little
included.
girl right there too at
Policies
the
is a
what,
department
6?
more concerned with politics and social studies than actual mysticism. Now, these are areas of study and have no bearing on the individual merits of a given mage. For that, the Clocktower has a ranking system. Newcomers and youth begin with the title of Count or Frame, referring to the eldest or youngest child of a generation of siblings. These are mostly a placeholder until mages are able to properly stand as the heads of their families. The cause rank refers to open mages who have the base qualifications to competently study magecraft. Their potential has yet to be shown. Some mages mature without displaying any outstanding capabilities, such as Waver Velvet in
Oh,
his
and that's-
adulthood.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, is that
Mages like
Waver
him are
as an
considered
adult,
Fez,
right?
Or
Okay.
festival ranked.
Yeah, because you can definitely see it, but I didn't know, like,
We have the
yeah,
rank of Pride or Law for
if
mages
they
who
actually
demonstrate
aged him,
considerable
right? I thought he was
talent.
gonna look the
most talented
same.
mages are typically ranked brand or color. That said, there is
But
an
yeah, I
even
didn't know.
higher
Yeah,
rank,
Waver actually
brand
aged,
or
right? I
crown,
usually see
which has
him in like
rarely been
his
given
what
out over the
teenage
entire history of the
uh,
Clocktower.
kind of
Koko
form, right? Or
Aozaki
teenage
managed
type
to reach
of
this rank
look,
at the
right?
age of 20, which made the Aozaki family's decision to endorse Aoko as the family head all the more devastating. Lastly, mages valued by the association are identified by both rank and color. Their individual abilities are ranked from red, blue, yellow, purple, green, and black, respectively.
Oh, and then he's
Thus
wearing
far,
that green.
we've spoken of
Okay.
how the
So yeah,
association
we've seen
propagates
it
magecraft
before
through
already.
education and
Okay.
research,
But
it's
yeah, I
important
didn't.
to address
Yeah, I
the
didn't know
lengths
nothing
the
about it.
association will go to in order to preserve itself and the secrecy of its practices. In the Clocktower's depths is the Callian Observatory, where the Secret Judgment Division monitors mages of great interest to the association. These may be mages who are so talented or unique the association wishes to claim ownership of them, or mages who use their talents recklessly and expose their pursuits publicly. Said mages are given sealing designations, which are seen as both honorable and incriminating. Honorable in the sense that a mage is worthy of attention, but detrimental in that those who are designated are heavily restricted. They are essentially left with two choices: to become hermits, practicing their craft under association supervision, or to persist at the risk of being killed by enforcers. The association employs 30 enforcers, who train in assassinating mages. They dedicate their lives to this pursuit, even though actual sealing designations are so rare that any given enforcer may be assigned just one per decade. They suffer perhaps the worst discrimination in the Clocktower, being looked down on by the elite despite serving to protect their way of life. The association also puts out its bounties to freelance assassins, which force the enforcers to compete with the likes of Natalia
Oh,
Kaminsky and
freelance.
Kaitsugu Emiya
Okay,
to earn a living.
assassins.
Those who succeed in this
So
field
yeah, that's
tend
what
to
she
develop a
was,
thick skin
right?
and detachment
Cause
to
we
others.
knew about her, but
Clocktower
or
plays
well,
host
at
to a
least I
special
knew about her,
holding
but
area
not too
called the
much,
bottom
right?
of the
Like,
bridge, where
yeah,
the most
obviously knew
dangerous
assassin,
mages are
but
imprisoned.
yeah,
The
like,
most
what was she
iconic of
really
whom is Gazami
doing
the
right?
a mage whose attribute is vaguely considered to be the most troublesome ever recorded. Of course, the Clocktower has its pros and cons.
Yeah, definitely
Despite
know
the
that.
hassle, most mages still join the association for its provided resources and knowledge. In exchange, they have to deal with a frustrating network of factions and lords, all
Yeah,
vying
you
for
gotta
the
deal with
association's
them.
power and budget. Could the association use more harmony, or is this cutthroat environment ideal for pushing thaumaturgical research to its fullest? Sadly, this remains untested. and unlikely to change regardless. With the abundance of material still left to cover, I'm afraid it is best to divide this topic into separate lectures. After all, while the Clocktower is the largest, most complex branch of the association, we also need to devote ourselves to the other, more mysterious
So
branches.
yeah, the Atlas and the Wandering
Wandering
Sea. Yeah, already said before them. So yeah, that's it. So yeah, just kind of short little you know what, lesson there, right? I guess. But yeah, I think these two are actually in the same video, right? I don't know how long. I think it's actually about like what 18 minutes or so, right? Yeah, I guess yeah, that's good to know. Yeah, I'm pretty much about to forget most of this, but I at least know about the Clocktower and know like yeah, the thing with Waver and Archibald, you know, doing whatever they were doing. Like yeah, there was actual rankings and all that. So Waver, him wearing that green was actually like some type of ranking, right? And you can see like yeah, other students are yeah, literally wearing like yellow, red. So it's like I never really think about that, right? I just see like yeah, they're just wearing normal clothes. You know, I never think like if you're wearing like red. Well, I don't know. I don't know if he said like yeah, it feels like top to like or like basically like you're the best to the worst, I guess. Is the ranking, I guess, from how he said it, but basically if you're like red, you're like the best, like top of the class, right? And green, you're like in the middle or something like that. But that's just something I didn't know, right? So yeah, it's definitely something we've already seen before. And then so Sola, ooh, she did have some type of purpose as well. I mean, she didn't serve much in Fate Zero, but yeah, can definitely see yeah her dad right here, right? Apparently, so something like that, right? And apparently, yeah, Asian majors aren't recognized, right? As highly or like highly recognized as others, right? You know, in Europe or yeah, European ones, right? I don't know. I mean, just because I know Kide and well, yeah, his father, yeah, was basically yeah part of a church or whatever, and yeah, he's kind of wearing the same thing. So I think this guy right here on the left, I think he's related to Kide, maybe, I don't know. But that's what I was thinking, right? Because yeah, I don't think I ever heard like Kide's well, no, it's his family name, right? I mean, I know it's basically just a last name, but yeah, it's mostly like I guess you could say in like Japan or in anime, right? It's mainly like family name, right? Um, you know, but yeah, other than that though, that's pretty much about it for this. So yeah, got to learn some new stuff, right? And I'm trying to think who this is, cause I know I've seen him. I don't know who it could be. But it's someone I've seen before, and yeah, it's just sometimes it's like yeah, there's those people. It's like yeah, I know it's completely obvious of who it is. But sometimes yeah, I just really do forget what they look like sometimes. But yeah, other than that though, I'm gonna just end it off here. Yeah, I know I could have just did like 1 through however many is 1 through 20, because I know actually he just uploaded one too, right? Like not too long ago, 2 weeks ago, I think, another Magecraft lesson video, right? But yeah, I'll just get to doing them in order later. But yeah, for now I just did this because yeah, it was just recommended. And thought like yeah, it just helped me out, right? Since I am about to look at the third lost belt anyways, right? Just at least know about it, just in case he mentions it again. It's like yeah, I already know about the Clocktower, the Wandering Sea or whatever. But yeah, other than that though, yeah, that's pretty much about it. So it's just something different from a lore video. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy though. Make sure you like, subscribe again, and yeah, I'll just see you guys in the next one.